I'm pretty happy with Jordan Love. I'm not mad at all. I said coming into the season, I thought the basement for wins would probably be about 7 wins. And the ceiling would probably be 9 or 10 wins. And I think I'm still right where I was prior. I don't think I've raised my expectations necessarily, only because you're bound to have some mistakes from these young players running the wrong routes, missing blocking assignments, doing dumb young player things in the National Football League in the first couple of years. So that's probably going to cost him. Jordan Love's going to make mistakes too, right? I mean, Ryan and I have talked about this on Curd and Long, where he's probably going to be more like Brett Favre than he is Aaron Rodgers from the aspect of taking chances. Now, you don't want to read into anything on practice, but he threw one ball in a triple coverage yesterday. So he's going to test his arm and see if he can fit a ball in certain areas. Now, thankfully, he hasn't thrown a lot of interceptions in practice so far this year, or really enjoying practice. He had one not-so-great day, day 2 last week against the Patriots, when nobody on the Packers had a good day. But outside of that, he's played fairly well all the way through, including in his preseason games. To me, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to Joe Barry's defense, the Packers defensive coordinator, who most fans wanted fired during the season last year, at the end of last year, and somehow or another he still has a job. That is where it's all going to come down to. If that defense can play up to the, 8 number 1 picks or whatever it is on that side of the ball, then this Packers team is going to compete for the NFC North. If they look horrible like they did last year, then they're probably going to win 7 or 8 games.
Health. If they stay healthy, they will be the team that everyone thought they could be if we did this show a year ago today. That's the best. That's it. If they're healthy, they will be fantastic. All those receivers running out there, Derwin, Bosa, finally playing games healthy together. An offensive line that, when healthy, as Corey Linsley and Rashawn Slater, that's really all that matters, I think. So injury luck, that's best case scenario. If I could have anything, it's injury luck.
With the Miami Dolphins. Now, this one to me is very simple, because this all relies on who? Tua Tagovailoa. The guy that runs the offense, the guy that is supposed to be their franchise quarterback, the guy that we saw last year in Mike McDaniel's offense, looking like an MVP candidate. The problem is he never plays a full season. Best case scenario for the Dolphins, Tua plays all 17 games. They've got the best offense in the NFL with all those weapons there, and he wins MVP at 22-1. Tua comes in leading the Dolphins to a division title. He wins it at 22-1. This is a team that finished 6th in yards per game last season at almost 365, and Tua didn't even play the entire season.
Yeah, you know what? I would say best case for them would be, in my opinion, winning the AFC East. Because I think if any team has a shot at Jonathan Taylor and is actually going to give up anything for Jonathan Taylor, it's going to end up being Miami, most likely.
Some books have the Dolphins as the favorites, too.
Yeah, I saw that 2-1 prices.
Yep.
So, not that a running back really moves the needle, but man, imagine in the Mike McDaniel run game.
I think he would, man.
Same here. And then you have that run game, you have Tua, you have Jalen Waddle, you have Tyreek Hill. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you eventually get back Jalen Ramsey. I was going to say Super Bowl, but I hate predicting the team that wins the Super Bowl just to kind of come out of nowhere and win the Super Bowl. I feel like, and I know they were a playoff team last year, but Tua didn't even play in that playoff game.
Right.
So I can't go that far, but I could see them winning the division 3-1. I don't hate the Tua MVP pick, but I don't trust him to play every single game this season. So I'll go 3-1. They win the AFC East.
That's twice now, by the way. We've stopped doing. Aaron Rodgers' count is up to 2 so far today.
Hey,
unsolicited Aaron Rodgers count.
We haven't talked about the Jets yet. We've done 3 of the AFC East.
Because guess what? Guess what team's up next? The New York Jets.
I was just warming up the oven,
there
baby.
You go. Just go. Talk about the Jets. What's the best case scenario for them in your eyes?
I mean, best case.
Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Best case scenario is Garrett Wilson leads the league in receptions and wins Offensive Player of the Year. And none of us pay for drinks for the next couple of years because I'm rich. No, seriously, though, I just that offense has to be top 10. Because the defense, we know, is most likely going to be top 5 if they stay healthy. Sauce Gardner's the best corner in the league. We're all watching Hard Knocks. We've seen the preseason. But that that offense has to live up to the hype because we're seeing reports that Randall Cobb might be getting more action, more run than Hardman. I don't know about all that. And, other than Garrett Wilson, I like Alan Lazard as a blocking wide receiver, and he's fine on third downs, but somebody else is going to have to step up in that wide receiver room. You obviously love the running back room now with Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, but that offense is going to have to live up to the hype and be top 5, top 10.
So you know what? I'm going to take it from your angle then, because I'm surprised you didn't say this. The best case scenario is the offensive line doesn't kill Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Hack into Rodgers, click again, and he wins another MVP. He's 16-1. And if this team wins the division, there's a chance that Aaron Rodgers can win another MVP. Now, some people won't vote for him for other reasons. They don't like him. We get that. But this is far extreme, sometimes best case scenarios. Sam Darnold has been named the backup quarterback behind Brock Purdy, which means former number 3 overall pick Trey Lance now matches the pick that he was as the third-string quarterback in San Francisco. His time is done. Trey Lance needs a fresh start. Trey Lance needs to go somewhere new, and there will be a team with how young he is and a coaching staff that says, we can fix him, we can get him in the right position. And you know what? He may be able to, but in no way, ever, can Trey Lance succeed or even have a shot in San Francisco. It's down to Sam Darnold, and it's down to Brock Purdy. And you know what? This is a little bit your premonition of Sam Darnold getting out there and actually looking good in this offense.
Yeah.
As much as I love Brock Purdy, I would not be surprised if Darnold's out on the field at some point for the 49ers, too.
Yeah, and, man, the thing about Trey Lance here is his career might be over. I hate to say that.
No, not yet. He's too young. No way.
But
I don't think so at all.
I mean, where is a landing spot for Trey Lance? Where do you see him as a starting quarterback in the National Football League?
But he won't be a starter anywhere right now. He'll be a backup. It's going to be a team that wants to develop him because it's low pressure. It's Markelle Fultz.
Because
going to Orlando.
What you worry about is you think of really good quarterback evaluators, and you think of guys that could pretty much, call plays, win with anybody. Kyle Shanahan, who does it every single year, and if he sees something in Sam Darnold that he doesn't see in Trey Lance, I think that's a big, big, big red flag right there. And I mean, Trey Lance, again, he hasn't really been given an opportunity. Last season, that game against Chicago was in a monsoon. You can't really judge that.
Right.
He pretty much played underwater, and then the next week he gets injured right away. You saw a couple starts his rookie year where he was shaky, but that's really what you expect from a rookie. But I don't know, is it in the Shanahan offense? Because Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, and he looked like an all-pro quarterback.
So without bonus strokes, it is Sung J M who I've identified. I saw him as high as 35-1 this week, and he's pretty popular, but that's for good reason. In the 12 rounds in August that he has played, he's shot in the 60s each time. Last year, he would have come in second place in this market, the 72-hole stroke market. I think rounds of 67, 66, 65, 65. He's been on tour 5 years. He's been to East Lake every year. I love this market for Sung Jae this week. If I wanted to pay the piper a bit, it would be the East Lake disciple that is Xander Schauffele. But I don't want to bet 11, 10, 12-1 when the players themselves have no concept of that at all, and there's no reward for them. So that price was just a little too much for me.